Do better than that. And this is the 15th year of the jams. 15 years of jams have been going on. Clap. So this all happens because of this old fart right here. Who, by the way, on January 25th is going to turn 5-0. So this is the night to celebrate this man for his life work. Actually, more than half of his life now has been dedicated to this community. That's a big deal. So tonight we have a few folks who would like to say, we're going to keep it short, don't worry. I know you hate this stuff, but this is what we do. There are a few folks who are going to say a few words. Rob's been working on this. Here comes Rob. And but we want to celebrate Charles in 26 years of YA, 15 years of jams, but most importantly, 26 years of this community and the relationships that absolutely are life-changing and life-giving. And so, Charles, we have a lot of folks who deeply love and appreciate all that you have done and who you are. Big round of applause for Charles one more time. All right, I'm going to turn the mic over to Rob right now.
Thank you guys for being here. This is a big deal. What Charles has done for this community has been like no other. I'm very thankful for Charles. He's been my best friend for 20 years now. I've known him for 20 years this year. And from the first time that I met him, I knew that we had a connection, and I knew that I wanted to be part of his life. I wanted him to be part of mine. Not only has he helped you guys, been part of your lives, but he's touched my life. He's been there when I needed him. When I was having a hard time, through my rough times, he was there. And Charles is not one for these kinds of events, these kinds of ceremonies. But we had to do something. I had to do something. And I thought it was important. So there's a few people that want to say a few things that are part of this group. So who wants to go first? Yep. Lauren Reedus.
Charles, man, first off, thank you for everything you've done in my life. You've been a huge inspiration to everything that I'm doing today, and I think a lot of people here know it, and if they don't know it, they're knowing now. And you're a huge inspiration to me, and I'm thankful to have been a part of YA since I was a kid. You know, since 1996. YA was the first place that actually opened up the doors for B-boys to come in and practice. Even though it was once a week, that day meant the world to us because nobody else accepted us. But when this white dude did, we didn't get it. We didn't get it at first, but we kind of just trusted that it was a practice spot, and that's where we wanted to keep it. But it led to a whole bunch of different things, and so I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did because it taught me a lot and it introduced so many people in my life. Mosca, Bill, Rob, a lot of people that have been big influences in what I do today. And so all you guys out here in this community today, you guys are very, very blessed that YA is still going strong 25 years later. And if a B-boy like me can make it out of YA, then you guys can do it too. And I wish I can come here all the time, man. This place is home to me. YA is home to me before Break Free is. You know what I mean? And so I'm very thankful and I'm very humbled by every opportunity I get to stand next to this man right here.
This is Terry. You may not know Terry. Terry's a longtime friend of Charles. Knew him from very early on, and I asked her to come as well.
So I knew Charles when? So we've known each other, I think, for 23 or 4 years. So Charles was just starting out. He was working out at Clear Lake when I first met him. And he worked out of his car for a while. So anybody who's lived out of their car, Charles worked out of his car for probably a year or two. Yeah. But, you know, throughout all these years, there's nobody else I've ever met who has this idea that in college, and they write about it, and it's like, this is the difference I want to make in the world, and then they live it every single day for their entire lives. I mean, that's incredible. And so what Charles does, what he lives, what he makes happen, and you know, where it grows, it's like this thing that has a life of its own. But you know, for him to be able to continue all these years, it's amazing. And I'm very, very proud to have Charles as my friend for these 20 some odd years. So congratulations to you all and Charles.
Thank you, sir. What's that? I'm not very good at this, but I'll keep it short and simple. I met Charles when I was 17 years old. At the time, I didn't have much going on for myself. I was pretty much a dropout student. I had been kicked out of every school, every high school in my area. And Charles, was coming around the neighborhood, talking to my older friend. Johnny is hiding back here somewhere. And I thought Charles was a cop, So, of course, I had something that, I shouldn't have had with me, so I ran the other way. And, he drove off, and I asked my friend, who's that guy, He was like, oh man, that's some guy, trying to help me, get my GED. And from there, man, that's where it all started, Charles got me into this program at a galaxy called Seaborn Conservation Corps. And, like I said, it worked out for me because I graduated from there. Charles got me into college. I didn't finish college, but I started it. After that, he offered me a job. Was it YA already? Well, yeah, I guess it was YA. But it was just a little different thing. We were working out of cars. We had walkie-talkies, cell phone that looked like a VCR. And, the next one was really good. We had walkie-talkies that used to make our pants sag real low, on one side. And we started doing the YA, grew bigger, we got a building, at the time there was a whole bunch of kids coming around breakdancing. And I seen a lot of talent come out of this place, And Charles was responsible for all this, He had a vision, he ran with it. At the same time, he helped, people like myself get their, lives together. I'm a product of YA, so is Moy, Johnny, Mark, Everybody you see around me pretty much is a product of YA. And it worked out, for me and for them, So, Charles, I'm pretty sure I thank you more than once. I thank you again for changing my life, That's pretty much all I have to say,
That's one deal.
Well, Charles changed my life too, but I wasn't one of the kids. There was a couple of kids that I was at school working with. Okay. That one, yes, put that in here. They wanted to go to this place called Youth Advocates, this YA place, and I was working as a teacher in a little high school program. So I take them in my car all the way to YA. I met Charles, and we started talking, and I loved working with teenagers, and Charles completely changed my perspective of what youth intervention programs were like. There were two things that I'd never thought about before. I hadn't been taught that in the program, and the education, and the trainings that I'd had before. He said the first thing we do is we develop relationships with kids that nobody wants to have a relationship with, that are difficult to have relationships with. This relationship is based on love and acceptance. And then once you've got the relationship, then you start talking to them about change, about positive influences in their life, about school and their well-being, their health, and taking care of them. And that was like mind-blowing for me because that's not how everybody else does it, right? Then the other thing was, I said, well, how long are they in the program? He says, they're always in the program. There's no end to the program. It's perpetual. I'm like, perpetual? You mean it never stops? It never stops. And here we are, 25 years later, and there's kids with kids that are still here, and baby girl's little boy, last time I saw him was this big, now he's taller than me. It's been a real blessing to be a friend. It's been an amazing experience to be a part of this community.
Okay, I asked Martin also to come out, and he's going to do a piece for Charles.
It's gonna be an R&B song. Now, I'm gonna get all emotional like right now because I feel like this moment. A lot of people don't get it, like what this is. Like a lot of people don't get it, and I think that's the best thing about this place is that you're not supposed to get it. You know what I mean? It's just, you take out of it what you put in it. I'm on the same boat with Moy. Our foundation was people that said, oh, you want to try writing? Yeah, go for it. Oh, you want to try this? Yeah, go for it. You know, I think that was the best foundation. You know what I mean? And I became a writer. You know, I became a b-boy. And then I said, hey man, I want to start writing poetry. He goes, yeah, I can see you doing that. You know, now I have a book. You know what I'm saying? So that's foundation, right? So this piece is called Charlie Brown. I'm a slam poet, but I don't know how to do this in slam poetry way, so I can't Saul Williams' joint. But and who is you, I say? You don't belong here, I say. Unwelcomed here, this guy is. This guy who's just too much, trying to draw stories out for brown boys with rock hearts. We met under at-risk clouds and iron environments. My name has an accent in it, I said. I never collected baseball cards. Men were working class heroes who stood 10 feet tall and worked with their hands. This guy lingers like crime and bastard children who collect father figures. This guy. How do you transform boys whose hearts are kept in closets, taken out once a year to be displayed in celebrations for the dead? I ask him not to come around. Who is you, I say? You don't belong here, I say. He says that everyone can create and that even I can create. He shakes my hand like a man he tied my first tie. This guy. This guy is funny, I guess. What is the sound that you're supposed to make when you change someone's life? How do you stay silent? I've asked him to speak, but he doesn't. This guy, this mute hero who can't fly, monotone aura, this mathematician, magician, hero who just cries. He's given me titles and his introductions have timelined my growth. It's godlike when it's okay to not know about God sometimes. And one day he stopped. Now I hear the who is you, they say. I shouldn't come around here, they say, but I stay. Drawing out stories from brown boys with rock hearts, searching for stories that need to be told. Thank you, Charles.
Charles, without you, we wouldn't be here right now. So I thank you for that. I thank you for touching my life. All of us thank you. Baby girl, you have a little something? We have a little plaque that C's put together. Something for you to enjoy. So, right quick, before we finish up, thought we would maybe sing Happy Birthday to Charles. Is everybody here to do that? We're all going to sing it. On the mic? Here you go. But I want everybody to sing, right? All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. No, that's not. Happy birthday, Charles. Happy birthday. We're gonna have. Do we have cake? Okay. Peach?
I'm a little overwhelmed by this because I had no idea this was going to happen. So just the only thing I want to say is this: whenever I go places and talk, people always ask me, "How did we do this?" You know, this is really unusual what we have here. the community that's been going for as long as it has? And people always ask me that question. And I think the answer that I always give is the same, which is consistency, right? We do the same thing every week. We've been doing this thing since, 1995. We've had winter jams since 1999. We do every Thursday night since 1996. So that's how you build a community. You just do the same thing every week. And stick with it, right? Stick with it. So that's what I think we do here. We all stick with each other, right? We've been in each other's lives for a long time and will continue to be. Everything changes and yet nothing changes because something is consistent, right? And that's what this community is all about. Thank you all for doing this. It means a lot.
We're going to have cake, lots of cake, so get some cake. You'll like it. And we also, if you didn't, not everybody got a chance to speak, of course. So we have a canvas in the back. If you'd like to write something to Charles, we're going to give it to him at the end of the night. So make sure to go back. Where is it? Back in the back room. Go back and sign it. All right. Make sure your name is on that for tonight. It's very special. Thank you, everybody.
All right, we're going to get back to the crumping battles in just a little bit. We'll have the takeout soon as well. Don't forget to go over and sign the canvas. Go over and sign the canvas. You got all night to do that.